Well, I'm going to say congratulations on the film. I'm always a fan of it almost feels like a sort of one of those real time thrillers that's happening. And I wanted to ask you first, Josh, because I guess like because it's got that like ticking clock thriller on the surface, but like underneath it feels like a story about guilt and legacy and fatherhood. I guess like what part of Shaw stayed with you after filming Wrapped?
Well, that's kind of a perfect way to put it because what I really related to about this character was that he was a guy who has some guilt about not being there as much as he wanted to be as a
Mm.
father, and realized that he missed a lot of really important things. Um, I try not to do that, but I think that any parent feels some guilt for not being able to, be there for everything, and in this business it takes us away a lot, and to be able to come back and spend as much time with the kids as you can is important. So that was one thing I really connected with. And then the idea of something like this actually happening to one of your kids is just unbearable. And so it does have this sense of urgency throughout, that was a challenge, uh, and I knew it was going to be a challenge to sort of keep this thing cranked throughout the movie, because and then how do you keep that interesting when you're at a 10 the whole time? So that was part of the fun and part of the chip, one of the challenges of playing this guy.
I mean, going off of fight, I feel like Dylan, like a lot of antagonists, sort of think they're justified in what they do. I guess, like, did you find yourself understanding your character at any level, or did you sort of like intentionally keep distance from that?
No, I mean, I think that was like part of my initial draw to AJ. That I definitely wanted to empathize with him a little bit. I think, and I wanted the audience to empathize with him too. He's not. When by the time you finish the movie, you realize he's taken some really gnarly or bad actions. But he's only gotten there because he was backed into a corner, or so he feels, right? So I think that was part of the challenge of it, was making him seem strange but lovable enough so that you don't push the audience away. Um, and that for me was just one of the enjoying parts of it.
And then there's like obviously like that psychological like chess match happening between the both of you. I guess like did you both discuss who actually had the upper hand at different points in the story?
Well,
I'm not sure like the upper hand of it all, but we definitely walked through each one of our scenes, right? Like I think, part of it being a good script is because I think of how it was written, obviously to provide Josh and I the backbone we needed to really make those scenes feel real and tit for tat, and our big day was inside that jail cell day that we had, where it was a lot of back and forth, and testament to, I think, us being buddies and also having good chemistry and doing it a long time. I think it made it pretty easy.
yeah, Dylan has a really good bullshit meter. Like he sniffs out anything that doesn't feel 100% true, which I love. There's a lot of things that he pointed out that's like, you know what, you're right. That doesn't make sense. And he'd find ways to sort of make him feel more human, even though he was pretty despicable for what he did. Also, to his point, you can at least understand how somebody might get to this point, considering his upbringing and what he's seen and been through.
I did appreciate the fact that like yeah, like for obviously for most of it you're very much like on on Shaw's side, and you want AJ to sort of be punished, so to speak. And then obviously when things are revealed, you're like, okay, I understand that. And that's a testament to the writing and testament to both of your performances in terms of like the light and shade of being able to go on the journey with both of you and feel something for both characters. So yeah, it's like it's always fun to have a thriller sort of throw a spanner in the works. So I want to thank you both so much for taking the time out of your morning, and congratulations on the film again.
Thanks for
Thanks,
watching the
Pete.
movie, Pete.